Welcome to this special explainer where we are breaking down all the runners and riders for this year's highly anticipated Anglesey golf tournament.
So, thinking of placing a bet on Anglesey? Wondering who's going to conquer those Welsh courses this year? Well, you've come to the right place. We are going to analyze the entire field. I mean everyone, from the total long shots to the former champions, to figure out who's really got the best odds of taking home that trophy.
Okay, first things first, let's set the stage a little bit. You gotta understand, this is not just any old amateur tournament. Oh no. This thing is defined by its quirky history, some fierce but, friendly rivalries, and a cast of characters that is just, well, completely colorful and unique. Just take a look at this list of champions. It's a pretty exclusive club, right? Only a handful of players have ever actually managed to get to the top. But here's the thing. As we're about to find out, the path to victory here hasn't always been, let's say, straightforward. In fact, some of these wins, well, they've been pretty darn controversial.
All right, let's get into the players, starting with our first group, the newcomers. Now, these guys are the real unknown quantities. They're the biggest gambles in the field. They could either shock absolutely everyone or, just crash and burn in spectacular fashion on day one.
Now, what's so fascinating here is the sheer range of potential. I mean, on one hand, you've got Luke Marvell. On paper, this guy should win by an absolute mile. But then, on the complete other end of the spectrum, you have Dave Frost, a massive gamble whose shots are literally described as bananas that just sometimes happen to land on the green. Talk about a true high-risk, high-reward bet. Next up, we've got the seasoned outsiders. You know the type. These are the veterans who have put in the years. They are the heart and soul of the tournament, really. But they've never lifted the trophy. And the question is always the same, year after year. Will this finally be their year? Why haven't they won yet? Let's look at Grant Walker as a perfect case study. This guy is one of the founders. He's been here from the very beginning, played in all 10 events since 2015. But, and it's a big but, as this table bluntly puts it, he's never even been anywhere near winning. And this quote just gets to the absolute heart of his story. He has this unwavering, some might say deluded, self-belief that this year is his year. Every single year, right up until the actual golf starts, of course. He's the classic perennial long shot. Then you've got Mark Conlon. He's another founder, and man, he came so incredibly close in 2025, only to lose in a tense playoff. But here's the thing you need to know about Mark. He's fueled by a sense of betrayal. He's still bitter about something that went down with his competitors, and he's always wishing he could get out on the course more. That kind of motivation can be a really powerful thing. And, yes, this brings us to a running theme you're going to notice in this tournament. Let's call it brand dedication. I mean, the thinking must be, if you can't win, you might as well look the part, right? And Mark, well, he is the walking, talking embodiment of the full Mizuno kit. Okay, now we're getting to the really interesting group. These are your dark horses, the non-champions who actually have a legitimate shot at this thing. If you're looking for where the smart money is, where the real value is, pay close attention right now. Dr. Danny Glover is the perfect example. The man is an enigma. On one hand, he's got this incredible raw power. I mean, he hits the ball 300-plus yards, easy. The problem, sometimes it's 300-plus yards to the left or to the right. His swing looks like he was coached by Rory McIlroy, but if he can't find that consistency for 3 straight days, it's all for nothing. If he can, though, watch out. And then there's Alex Haste. Oh man, the story here, the hype around this guy last year was huge. And what happened? He just crumbled under the pressure. Shanked his very first tee shot. I mean, you can't make this up. But now he's back. He's got that experience under his belt, and you better believe he is focused on redemption. And that, my friends, is a very dangerous combination. And yep, you guessed it. Just like our friend Mark Conlon, Alex is another one of those guys. Fully kitted out. A very, very complete set of matching gear. He's all in on Cobra, from head to toe. All right, let's climb to the top of the food chain. We're talking about the former champions, the favorites, the ones to beat. This is that elite circle of guys who have done it before. They know what it takes to win here, and all the pressure is on them to do it all over again. And the man at the very top of that list is, without a doubt, Martin Corbishley, 4-time winner, reigning champ. He is by far the most decorated player in the history of this whole thing. But, and you saw this coming, that little key fact on the slide, it tells you everything you need to know. His record isn't exactly clean. It's got a few asterisks next to it. I mean, look at this pattern. It's wild. His first 2 wins, they came from a scoring system he invented that conveniently nobody else really understood. Then, his 2022 win came after a round was controversially cut short to 13 holes because of rain. It's questionable, to say the least. So what could stop him? Well, the immense pressure of trying to go back-to-back might just be too much. And that 2022 win leads us right to this guy, Phil Perkins, the 2021 champion, because he's the one who lost by a single point in that rain-shortened tournament. And believe me, he has not forgotten it. This quote says it all. He feels persecuted over that loss. He is coming into this thing with a massive, massive chip on his shoulder. And finally, in the champions circle, we can't forget about Matt Broadley, 2017 champ, another founder. He's a club member now, which is a big advantage, and oh, you knew this was coming. He's our Srixon guy. It seems like you can't even contend for the title here unless you have a head-to-toe brand deal. So, we've broken down the entire field. We've seen our rookies, the long shots, the dark horses, and the controversial champions. After all that, what's the final verdict? Who is the smart money on? All right, here are our official podium picks. For the dark horse spot, we've got to go with Alex Haste. That redemption story is just too compelling. He's skilled and he's focused. For our top contender, it's Phil Perkins. He's consistently good, strikes the ball clean, and he is absolutely fueled by that sense of injustice. But for the favorites? Look, it's hard to ignore the numbers. Luke Marvell. The pressure is going to be huge, but on paper, a newcomer who shoots under par is in a different class. But here's the bottom line. We've analyzed the odds, we've looked at the history, but with a field this unpredictable, who's your money on? Because when it comes down to it, anything can happen out there on those tricky Welsh courses. Rivalries will flare up, pressure will build, and a few banana shots might just decide the whole thing. And honestly, that's what makes it so exciting.